Yeah, they could crank it too, I think.
Well, in Jeanne's classification of these different instruments, this one actually happens to be two. It's a chordophone, because it's got strings on it, and it's a membranophone, because it combines the drums with the strings. Since we did a fishing song, I thought I would do a song from my nautical past. Where your taxpayers' dollar allowed me to go forth and spend time out on the ocean as a member of the U.S. Coast Guard. And when I went to Yorktown to Coast Guard Sonar School back in the 60s. And sonar, you know, it's kind of like radar, except it sends out a beam of sound, and that strikes an object and bounces back at you. And you hear how long it took for that beam of sound to strike an object and come back, and you know how far away that object is. But what we didn't have in those days was the computers that could tell us what the object was. And so, as protectors of our country, keeping the threat of the Russian submarines attacking, we had to learn how to tell what those things were. That's why we went to sonar school and sat with our ears covered with headphones, continuously listening to the sound of everything underwater. We knew how to recognize a sandy bottom from a rocky bottom. We could tell the sound of shrimp swimming by, the little clicking sort of sound that you would hear, because we were listening to things through these microphones. Yes?
Don't dolphins click?
Oh, we heard lots of dolphin sound. I love the dolphin sound. And dolphins, you know, are the smallest members of the cetacean. Cetaceans are what?
Whales.
Whales, that's right. So, and it was important that we knew how to recognize, we had to be able to recognize the sound of a manatee and make sure that we knew that the sound of a manatee breaking wind was not the same as the sound of a Russian submarine launching a torpedo at you. You know? Those are good things to know when you're out there in the ocean all alone. This is a song that came to me as a tale told by myself to a lot of people after this incident happened. This is what happened to me on Ocean Station Bravo. We were just out there in the middle of the North Atlantic. Ocean Station Bravo, North Atlantic Ocean, somewhere south of Greenland, somewhere far from home. Nothing on the radar, nothing on the sonar, hove to and drifting on this ocean all alone. In the CGC Sebago, a high endurance cutter, Ocean Station vessel number 42, studying the weather, aids to navigation, plotting ships and aircraft as they came sailing through. In the middle of the ocean, in the center of the circle, well, there's nothing but horizon, wind and sea and sky. This whole world in motion, blowing from the northeast. Not a hint of sunshine, just the gray clouds running by. Then the lookout calls the bridge watch, objects in the water, moving surface contacts off the starboard bow. Bottom on the radar, fire up the sonar, listen for their echoes Can you hear them now? Well, there's echoes in my headphones, whale sound on the speakers, filling all the spaces inside CIC. Songs of love and travels, songs of generations, echoes of the ages in cetacean harmony. And me, I had to answer. I sang, I talked, I whistled. I even played the mouth harp through the microphone. They returned the favor with chirps and clicks and whistles. A song of celebration, not so different from our own. And when the watch was over, it's out onto the bridge wing to view those sounding singers as they reached sport play. Just a pod of humpbacks, farewell folks a-waving, a memory worth saving as they traveled on their way. For we'd had a conversation with Leviathan that day. Ocean Station Bravo, North Atlantic Ocean, somewhere south of Greenland, somewhere far from home. Nothing on the radar, nothing on the sonar, hove to and drifting,